Hey there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what non-toxic living is, why you should care about it, and how to realistically start living this way. I'm Marissa, for those of you who are new to my channel, and I am a pharmacist and holistic health coach, and I share videos here on YouTube on how to live holistically in ways that are simple and realistic to ultimately help you improve your health, mind, body, and soul so that you can feel your very best in each area of your life. Now, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel, so definitely be sure to click that red subscribe button below and come and join me on this wellness journey. So let's get right into this topic and first talk about what does non-toxic even mean? And then I'm going to share some examples to help show the power of non-toxic living on your health and your wellness. So non-toxic has become a bit of a buzzword lately, and you may have even heard of it before. If you follow me here on YouTube and also on Instagram, then you have most definitely heard of it. And essentially, non-toxic living means that you try to minimize toxic chemical exposure in all areas of your life. So food, water, personal care products like skincare, makeup, perfumes, sunscreen, candles, home cleaning products, and so on and so forth. And a great question to ask is, why would you even want to do this? Why should you even care? And the answers to those questions are because there are several chemicals that are present in our everyday products that sadly have the potential to be quite dangerous to our health and our wellness and may be linked to cancer, reproductive and developmental toxicity, allergies, respiratory and skin irritants, chemical burns, poisonings. They can be harmful to the environment, and they can also potentially cause organ toxicity, including the liver, the kidneys, and the central nervous system. Some examples of chemicals found in our everyday products include fragrance, which is more of an umbrella term for thousands of different chemicals, which I will talk about more later on in the video. Also, another chemical is oxybenzone. There's parabens and phthalates. So pretty scary, and I find it very disappointing that these chemicals are even included in so many of our everyday products. And a key foundational principle of holistic living that I believe so wholeheartedly in, and that I will explain why later when I share my examples, is that everything is interconnected. What affects one thing will affect everything else. So in order to live a healthy, happy, more balanced life, it's not just about what foods we eat. It's not just about how much we exercise. It's also about our relationships, our mindset, career, spirituality, and the products that we use on and around ourselves each day. And when you think about your health, your wellness, and your life this way, you can really start to see everything come full circle, and it really helps you address the root cause of what is throwing everything that's off balance, off balance. Okay, so that's what non-toxic living is in a nutshell, and why I believe that it is a key area to address and also prioritize in your life when you are trying to improve and also maintain your health and your wellness. So now let's talk about how to easily and realistically switch from your conventional products over to safe non-toxic ones. Instantly throwing out every conventional chemical full product that you own and replacing it with a non-toxic one would be very expensive and also very overwhelming. And unless you really want to, you don't have to do that. Most people that I know, including myself, don't do that. Now, what is much more realistic to do is what is called transfer buying. Transfer buying is when you use up what you have, and once you run out of a particular product, you go ahead and ditch it and then replace it with a non-toxic alternative. It is so much easier and much less overwhelming to do this ditch and switch process gradually and as you feel comfortable doing so. So for example, at the time that I'm making this video, I started my ditch and switch process just about 2 years ago. And at this point, I've switched over maybe like 70% of my products, including my cleaning products, my skincare products. I use essential oils now instead of candles, air fresheners, or perfumes. I switched over some of my personal care products, including my toothpaste, mouthwash, lotions, lip balm, hand soap, and actually right now I am in the process of switching over my makeup. So it's a process, and truly you can take it at whatever pace you want. Now, something to keep in mind when you are switching your products over to safe, non-toxic ones is you want to be aware of something called greenwashing. This is where companies use marketing to present a product that contains toxic chemicals as natural and or environmentally friendly when that's not necessarily the case. So don't only look at the labels, make sure to also look at the ingredient list too. Now, I've listed a bunch of ingredients to be on the lookout for down below in the description box to help you decipher whether or not a product is actually safe and non-toxic or if it contains toxic chemicals. So be sure to check that out. Now, as I promised at the beginning of the video, let's talk about one of those toxic chemicals, and that is fragrance. This is a very easy ingredient to spot, and it is found in the majority of our everyday products, including perfumes, skincare, shampoos, conditioners, soaps, deodorant, lotions, sunscreen, makeup, cleaning products, candles, air fresheners, laundry products, etc. And before I learned what this actually meant, I was like, fragrance is a great word. I mean, it means that things are going to smell good, right? And then I learned more about it, and what it means is actually kind of scary. Fragrance is an umbrella term that consists of over 3,000 materials that can be used to produce a particular scent. So now the issue with this is that we have no idea of what materials were actually used in the creation of a company's signature fragrance, because the FDA here in the United States does not require a company to disclose this information. And they do this so that these companies can protect their trade secrets, which is great for them, but not so great for us. Fragrance ingredients may be derived from petroleum or natural raw materials, but also contain solvents, stabilizers, UV absorbers, preservatives, and dyes. And some of these materials listed under fragrance are linked to the health problems that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So if you see this word, then the product is not non-toxic, no matter how convincing the label may appear to be, and just go ahead and place it back on the shelf. Okay, so now let me share some testimonials on how non-toxic living can benefit your holistic health and wellness. Because remember, everything is interconnected. The first testimonial is actually from me personally. So when I used to use all of the various chemical cleaners on the weekend to clean my home, I used to get awful headaches and migraines. And I remember that I used to have to put on the fans and to open all the windows to air out every room. And it didn't even matter if it was like super cold or hot outside. I had to just like air everything out because it just smelled so bad. And then I would have to take medication to treat the headache and migraine and lie down afterwards until the medication started to work. And I would also get kind of nauseous and dizzy from the toxic chemical fumes. And because of these two issues, I used to dread cleaning and actually got anxious about cleaning because I knew that these problems would come up again and again every time I went to clean. And now because I was taking medication for my headache each week when I would go to clean, this negatively affected my gut health and I ended up getting a lot of stomach pain. And to be honest, like at the time, before I knew anything about non-toxic living, I thought that this was normal. I didn't know anything different. And it wasn't until I learned about non-toxic living that I finally made the connection. So I ditched the chemical-filled cleaners and replaced them with one that is completely natural and plant-based. And when I did, the headache, migraine when cleaning problem went away, which meant that I didn't have to medically treat the headache, which meant that I gave my stomach a chance to recover. And I didn't feel nauseous anymore. So it was a complete 180 for me. And let me tell you, it's been such a relief. And another powerful testimonial that I can share with all of you is that I had a guy tell me that he was experiencing breast tenderness and didn't know why. Now, us ladies, we deal with this at multiple times throughout our life once we get our menstrual cycle, but it's kind of concerning when you hear a man say this because they don't usually experience this unless they're taking a drug that, causes this kind of a side effect, or there's something wrong with their breast tissue, or they have some hormonal imbalances. And just real quick, if you are like, wait, drugs can do that. Yes, some drugs have a side effect called gynecomastia, which is breast tenderness and enlargement. So anyways, I checked, he wasn't taking any medications that would cause this issue, and he was concerned about whether or not he had breast cancer, which men can get that too because they do have breast tissue, but it is more rare for men versus women. So he went to the doctor, they recommended he get a mammogram, and then he saw multiple doctors about the issue, and everything looked normal. Hormone levels were fine, the scans came back, all good, negative, all that stuff. but nothing ever resolved the breast tenderness issue. So he was very confused about why he was experiencing this. And so I was like, all right, well, maybe his skin is irritated. And so I started to ask him what, kind of body soap he was using in the shower and what kind of laundry detergent he was using to wash his clothes, or if he, used dryer sheets that were scented when drying his clothes. And the products that he told me were filled with toxic chemicals, including fragrance. And so I recommended that he just ditch them, just like toss them, throw them away right away, and try switching over to a non-toxic, safe alternative. The next time I saw him, he said that he did just that and the problem went away and he felt so much better, which is truly amazing and really shows that the toxic ingredients that are found in our everyday products can really cause hormone disruption and skin irritation. So really, really interesting. Little disclaimer, if you do feel pain, discomfort, or tenderness anywhere in your body, you do need to get this checked out by a doctor just to make sure that it is not being caused by something serious that needs to be addressed medically and promptly. Don't just dismiss it. Let them rule out serious health conditions, and then you can move forward from there. So that is non-toxic living in a nutshell. I hope that this video helped clarify what it means and why it's so important to prioritize in your life. If you are feeling overwhelmed by all of this, I totally get it. I felt the same way when I first learned about all of this. And so just remember to take it gradually and at your own pace, and ditch and switch your products as you feel comfortable doing so. I will say that one of my fears about switching over my products was that I was worried that they wouldn't work as well as the chemical-filled products that I was using. And you guys, I have been so pleasantly surprised at how well non-toxic, safe products work. I even think that the ones that I use work even better than the chemical-filled products that I used to use. So don't be worried about that. Over the next few weeks, I will be sharing what products I use and how to use them. So be sure that you are subscribed and click on the notification bell so that you get a notification whenever the video goes live. I post every week on Fridays, and if you want to see more of me and my content than that, then make sure to follow me on Instagram. I am always sharing what products I'm loving and how to use them in your daily routines over on there. Just search for Simply Health with Marissa. So that's all I have for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to like the video, comment down below, share it with a friend who you think would be interested in this topic, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.